Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Today I had my monthly CEO day and I was having it, doing all the things, going through the motions of that. And I was like, I need to talk about this on the podcast. This is something that has single-handedly been one of the single things that has changed how I run my business. It is extremely simple. It is repeatable. And every single time I do it, I walk away clearer, calmer, and way more focused on what actually matters in my business. So today I wanted to come on and I wanted to share those thoughts with you. What is a CEO day? How do I structure it? And why has that been so impactful for me and my business? And here's the good news. When I say CEO day, it does not have to mean a full day. If time does not allow for you to sit down and dedicate a full day to this, even half a day or a couple hours can really start to make a real difference. The point of this is not how long you spend on it, but the point of it is actually stepping away from the chaos long enough to think like the person leading your operation, not just the person working in your operation. It allows us to step back, reevaluate, take it all in, and make informed decisions from there. So, what is a CEO day? This is the one day a month where I stop working in my business and I start working on my business. A day where I'm looking at the bigger picture. What's working, what's not, and where I'm headed in my business. It doesn't need to be complicated, guys. You don't need fancy software or a boardroom setup. You just need some time that you set aside in your calendar to think, review, make decisions without 100 other things pulling on you at the same time. Whether you run a few cows or thousands of cows, the point is the same. Somebody has to step back to lead that operation. A CEO day gives you the space to do exactly that. Again, this has single-handedly been the thing that has changed all of my businesses. And as a CEO, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, so often we can get stuck working in the business rather than on the business. And here's why that matters in agriculture specifically. Everything moves extremely, extremely fast. We are in a fast-paced environment. Markets shift, inputs change, weather throws a ton of curveballs left and right, and suddenly you're just reacting. And that's where most of us live, in reaction mode. We're fixing what's broken, solving the crisis of the day, and hoping that we are still standing when the day starts to settle down. The CEO day pulls you out of that cycle, pulls you out of that reaction mode, and it gives you a chance to catch problems before they become disasters. It helps you look at your numbers and spot red flags early. It's the time to say, okay, where are we headed and what is actually working here? And honestly, it reduces stress. I am a stressed person 99% of the time. And when you know that you've set aside time to plan and review and stop carrying all of those things around in your head, you will go from feeling behind to feeling prepared. You will go from feeling like you are just reacting to every problem to being proactive in your business. So, what do you actually do on a CEO day? For the sake of this podcast, I'm going to keep it extremely simple. My CEO days have expanded over time to be something that work for me. My CEO days during certain seasons of life might only be a few hours long because that's the only time that I have to dedicate to that. Some other CEO days look like entire days. They are entire days where I go away, I sit down, I go through everything, and I also treat it also as like an admin day. So it's like a CEO day and an admin day where the admin side of it is like, this is everything I've been putting off for the last month. So let's deal with all of that too, right? So it can look different. But for the sake of this podcast, let's keep it simple. Review, refocus, and reset. Those are the 3 pillars that we're going to be looking at today for the structuring of a CEO day. So first off, review. This is where you're going to look back on the last month. What worked? What didn't? How's our cash flow looking? Are there any issues? Did we miss anything? Write it all down so you've got record of it. It is really, really easy for time to go by and us to forget things that happened that month, or we remember the big picture, but we don't remember the details of it. Write it down, see how you're doing, and actually have somewhere where you can track all of these things. Number 2, refocus. This is where you are asking yourself, what are my top 3 priorities for the next 30 days? The key to this is naming them. Otherwise, everything is going to feel urgent. So what are your priorities? Set them, name them, and move on from there. Number 3, reset. Take what you've just reviewed and refocused on and make it actionable. This is where you are updating your to-do list, setting one clear business goal for the month, and then after all of those things, you're making sure that you communicate that plan that you have just made with your spouse, your family, your workers, whoever is working for your business and on your business with you. Everyone needs to be on the same page, so it's extremely important that you share those 3 aspects. It does not have to take all day. Even 2 or 3 hours of intentional time can give you more clarity than 2 weeks of running around without a plan can. I know that everyone has been through this where 2 weeks go by and you're like, I don't actually feel like we did anything for the past 2 weeks because we spent the entirety of it reacting to things that were going wrong. Fence got broke. The weather went to crap. A cow broke her leg, calving season is here, like all of these things, it's all very reactive. Whereas those things obviously need to be done. You can't really plan for them, but trying to mitigate that as much as possible and trying to be in a proactive place rather than a reactive place in any way that we possibly can is going to improve our businesses. So now for the obvious question of this, how do you actually make this happen? I encourage everyone that is going to implement this to pick a recurring day every month. Maybe it's the first Monday, maybe it's the 15th. Just make it consistent for you. That way it is on your calendar every single month. Everyone knows, hey, the first Monday, you're out of office that day. You've got your CEO day, no meetings, yada, yada, yada. For me, it's not necessarily a super consistent thing because my schedule is all over the place. So I just try to multiple months in advance schedule this day in. That way I'm not scheduling any meetings that day. I've got it blocked off. I know that it's coming up around the same time, around the same week, every single month. The next part of it is stepping away from your distractions. If you can't leave the office, if you can't leave the ranch, I encourage you to just step out to where maybe you're not getting pulled in every direction. Maybe step out to a room where your phone isn't at, where even your computer isn't at, to let yourself actually reset without getting pulled away to something that is going to distract you from what you need to be doing that day. The next thing, make sure you're bringing what you need. Things like records, notepad, like whatever you need to make that day successful for you, make sure that you are bringing it, and make sure that you're bringing notes from your last CEO days, all of these things. And with this, give yourself permission to sit down, review, think, be in your own mind for a little bit. And remember that it does not have to be perfect. Even just spending 90 minutes once a month can change how you lead your operation. And I promise you, once you start implementing those 90 minutes, it's quickly going to turn from 90 minutes into a couple hours. And then a few months down the road, you're going to look at this and be like, holy cow, like this has seriously changed the way that I'm able to just view my business at the end of the day. And here's the thing, guys, you don't necessarily need more hours in your day. You need better leadership. It's a hard truth. Sometimes you just need to be a better leader. A CEO day isn't about making your business fancier. It is about making it extremely functional. It's about stepping back just long enough to make sure that not only are you working in your business, but you're also working on your business. So here is my challenge to everyone listening today. Pick your first CEO day, block it off of your calendar, and protect it like it's sacred, because it absolutely is and it absolutely should be. Do not put anything else in that hour and a half that you have blocked off to start working on your business rather than in your business, because this is the day that you are building the future of your operation, not working on your operation as it is today. You were built to lead this amazing operation that you have, so it's time to do it. It's time to step back and act like a business owner, act like a CEO, and actually take the time to work on your business. Thank you guys so much for listening to another podcast episode. I appreciate you all being here for another solo episode. This is something that I've been doing in my business for so long, and it has just impacted me so much that I knew I had to share it with all of you. I hope that you enjoyed today's podcast. If you did, if you could like, subscribe, rate, review the podcast, do all the things, we would really appreciate it here at the team. And as always, we will see you all tomorrow on another episode. Have a good one, y'all.